Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear us? For episode 20 of My Singing Monsters Live, can you hear us? Are we getting any, is there any feedback out there in the world that you can give us? Can you hear the dulcet tones
Clap once.
of our voices?
Clap twice.
Yes? Knock 3 times on the Michael if you hear us. Anyone? Yes?
We're good.
Yes,
good.
all right. Well, okay. So before that little audio snafu, which it happens.
Happens.
We're
Happens
live,
the best way.
right? That's how you
That's
know
the
we're
song.
live. That's how you know we're
song.
live. So what I was doing beforehand is I was welcoming Michael back to the stage of My Singing Monsters Live because you've been away.
I've been away.
You've been away for a couple of weeks.
2 weeks.
Two weeks.
Yes.
And now you're back. You know, the other monster handlers we may do without you, but now you're back. You're in fine form. You're ready to go. So like, what were you working on while you were away?
Well, I'll let the fine people at home know. I've been working on my comedy chops for them. Getting
Comedy
the jokes.
chops,
Getting the
like
jokes.
stand-up comedy sort of
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay,
Yes.
well, can I hear some of it?
You can. And I'm going to use this as my microphone.
If you insist.
Yes, you know, because
Okay.
the comedian always stands up. And
Yep.
So,
Okay. Fine. All right.
why did the deer need braces?
Why did the deer?
The
need
deer
braces?
need braces.
Because it.
Because he had buck teeth. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Give me another one.
At what time do people usually go to the dentist?
Midday is when I usually go.
2:30.
2:30. Okay.
2:30.
All right. I'm sensing a bit of a theme here. Give me
Why?
something else.
Did the cell phone go to the dentist?
To get better. Was it waiting in the reception area?
No, because it was having trouble with its Bluetooth.
You know, okay, I'm sensing this sort of like dentist tooth theme here. I mean, like, what's that all about? Like, are you having a toothache or something? Should we call the doctor?
So, serious business for a second.
Okay.
I've been thinking that we should maybe change the day that we do My Singing Monsters Live on. I know we always do it on Friday, but I think we should change it.
Some serious business. Okay, well, what's your recommendation?
We should change it to Tuesday.
Happy Monstering! And welcome to episode 20 of My Singing Monsters Live, your one-stop shop for everything to do with My Singing Monsters. I am Monster Handler Matt.
I'm Monster Handler too.
He's back, everybody. He's back with his comedy chops and everything. Yes, and thank you for making use of my water bottle for your prop there, for your comedy bits. But we're happy to confirm that we will be keeping My Singing Monsters Live on Fridays, not on Tuesday.
It will be on
right?
Friday.
That was just part of your comedy bit.
It's a yoke.
I get. Now there's eggs involved.
Yes.
I'm not following along. But welcome. This is episode 20, our 20th episode. It's pretty amazing. If Eric was here, which he is, he's our camera operator
Say
today.
hello to Eric!
He'd say it's the big 2-0. But he might say that. Eric, say it.
The big 2-0.
There it is. Oh, there's a bit of a delay of gratification there. We were all waiting. And we have Monster Handler Sydney in the chat today. Everyone say hi, Sydney. So it's a very exciting episode for us, episode 20. We've got a lot to cover, but first things first, as we always start out these episodes, we've got a couple of pieces of business to get through, and Michael, you're always the best at taking us through this business, so why don't you take it away?
So, first and foremost, we like to give a giveaway to our subscribers.
That's right.
Of course, if you don't know what a subscriber giveaway is, we give it away every week for those who subscribe with Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime. Gets you no ads, gets you fun little emojis. Put the Monster Handler Matt in the chat.
Ooh.
And so today's giveaway.
Yes.
Which you need to double check me on this. It is
Yes.
a choice of.
That's right.
What is it?
Either Rare Dragon or Rare Kazillion, the two monsters that are included in our Rare Ethereal promotion this weekend, Harmonic Scales.
Oh,
which is a little bit of sort of wordplay there, because it's scales like
that's what
but
scale
also scales.
Ah.
Yeah, you're right. So there's there's some wordplay there. There's some fun little double entendre happening there.
So
nuanced meaning.
that is being chosen from our subscriber list. Thank you for
Okay.
all the subscribers. And just while that's being chosen, I just want to say shout out to our top 3 cheers.
Okay.
Pato Atomi 227 has 227. Cub Wax 160, and then our last one is Lily Crossing. So thank you.
Thank you so much for those
Cheers.
For those cheers. Cheers to you.
And we have
We
another
have-
repeat winner here.
Who
Logan
is it?
Peters.
Logan Peters,
756.
congratulations. So let us know. Whisper at us on Twitch and send us your BBBID/friend code and let us know which of those 2 rare ethereal monsters is to your liking and which
We'll sort it all out.
will award you in your account. Yeah, it's harmonic scales this weekend, sort of a reptilian theme
Fun.
there. So we've got a lot to cover on the episode.
A lot.
today.
Jam-packed episode.
It's a jam-packed episode. It's episode 20, so we're very excited to get through some stuff. But first things first, we probably have to address the Entbrad in the room. Not actually.
I was gonna
here.
say,
It's
is
sort
there
of,
an
it's sort of a
Entbrad in the room?
It's sort of a takeoff on the elephant expression.
Ah.
A large monster. Anyway,
I like it.
so we mentioned on social media that today, episode 20, would have a special reveal on it, and
did? I'm just kidding.
I'm pretty sure that we did. So we're gonna kick off the episode with that to sort of like
Set the stage.
set the stage and to diminish a little bit of the suspense to try and get that out of the way because we're
People
very.
they're always like, just tell me.
That's right. So
telling you
we're
right
doing
now.
something a little different. We're gonna start up the episode today with this very exciting thing, brand new in the monster world. So take a look at the following little clip.
Hit it, Eric! How exciting!
Whoa! So, okay, so to set the stage a little further, Kana has discovered a brand new monster during the era of Dawn of Fire, the Incisor.
The Incisaur.
The Incisor. So this is a brand new monster, never before seen in the monster world. The archaeological and the paleontological efforts.
We found rare cave drawings.
That's right. The evidence suggests that this is an unseen monster, one that we have very little information about. We do have a little bit of information about it that we can see depicted from the cave painting. We do know the name of the monster, and there's also a little hint in that video as to what sort of sound the monster might make.
Keen ears.
A
If you go back
keen-eared-
and clip it,
A keen-eared viewer might be able, or listener perhaps, might be able to listen and hear what sort of sound we may be expecting out of the Incisor. So, you know what? We figured we had such success with the Epic Schmoochel nickname
People liked
contest.
it.
What we've done is that we've launched a brand new contest starting right now, the Nickname the Incisor Community Contest, where we'll be once again accepting your submissions for ideas for nicknames for this particular monster. So, as a reminder, nicknames are those names that are automatically assigned to the monster when it first hatches.
Yes.
And oftentimes they are a reference to either the sound the monster makes,
Or its appearance.
or sometimes just sort of silly names
Yeah.
that are in keeping with the singing monster sort of irreverent brand
Yes,
of
exactly.
humor. So, I've got some interesting facts about our nickname contest.
This will help people.
That's right, in Dawn of Fire specifically. So, the interesting thing about our nickname contest is that the very first nickname contest that we ever did in Dawn of Fire, believe it or not, was back in November 2015.
That is
A long time ago now.
4 years ago.
Yes. And that was for the Repetillo. Another reptilian sort of
Scale!
monster. So scales. So everything is sort of converging. Everything's sort of coming together this weekend. We had the harmonic scales promotion this weekend for a reason, because we wanted to align it nice and
Yes.
cleanly with the unveiling of this brand new monster, the Incisor, in Dawn of Fire. So that's the very first one. We had two subsequent nickname contests in Dawn of Fire, and those were for the Yelmet and the Wink, respectively. That last contest was in April 2016. You got it. So, we're coming up on 3 years since we've held a nickname contest in Dawn of Fire.
Almost is aligned.
It almost aligns perfectly. Now, it's the end of March. It's pretty darn close, but we figured let's revive this
contest is
grand
going into
tradition.
April.
That's right. No, actually, it's not. This is an important thing to remember.
I'm thinking that next week.
That's right. You need only go to bigbl.be/Incisaur
And that was
nickname
in
contest.
the video.
So that was on the video, and I'm sure Monster Handler Sydney is putting the link in the chat as well. The website, if it's not live right now, will be going live momentarily, where you can enter your submissions for the nickname contest. So that's where you need to visit, and our deadline is next week.
Right, April. It starts the week after.
You got it. So it's a relatively short span of time, but you know what? It's a week. We've got lots of creative, smart, resourceful individuals in the My Singing Monsters community. I'm sure they'll be able to whip something up together, and based on the evidence that has been provided. So the other interesting thing that I wanted to mention as well is, of course, the Incisaur is a brand new monster that has never been seen before, making a sound that has never been heard before across the entire monster world. So that's sort of exciting. The other thing that's interesting, well, there's two more interesting things about it.
Two?
There's two. Can you believe it? There's two. So, the next exciting thing about it is, this is the first, and this shocked me, this is the first singing monster that starts with the letter I.
That's a very exciting fact.
That's exciting! Come on, if we were building an alphabet of monsters, you know, A is for oracularly, do.
Do you want now like a new song?
Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, you know, something like that.
Blah, blah, blah,
so,
blah, blah.
blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So, that's an exciting thing. And the last exciting thing that I wanted to mention is that this is the first new monster in Dawn of Fire. Meaning that it isn't one that had been previously glimpsed in the current era of My Singing Monsters since the Quintelement monster Dromedary back in September 2017. So it's been a while. There have been seven monsters since then that have all been rounding out the existing family of air, plant, earth, water, cold hybrids. The last, of course, which was Cybop, which was released just...
Cybog.
No. Behave yourself, Michael. Oh,
I'm back, baby!
He comes back and he's causing trouble already. Can you believe it? Yeah. Oh, careful. This is an antique.
I'm wild.
You are wild. So, there have been 7 monsters since then, rounding out the rest of the lineage of surface monsters, as I like to call them, from the current era of My Singing Monsters. But now we're back in. We've discovered all of the double, triple, and single element fire monsters that there are, based on the existing combinations that we understand. So I can confirm that Incisaur is a quad element monster.
Quad.
There will be 4. How's your counting there? Is it okay?
Quad.
Maybe you went on vacation for too long. You know, when you go
I was focusing on
you know, when
jokes
you
and
go on
not
summer
numbers.
vacation and you forget all that you've learned, that's what happened to you. Okay, it's a 4 element monster, and there will be one more clue later in the episode revealing where this monster might teleport to once it reaches its adult form. But we'll leave that aside for now. So we're very excited to kick off the Nickname the Incisor contest, so make sure you visit the website, get in your submission, and you could, we haven't even discussed what the prize is yet. The prize for this particular
is
contest,
a brand new car!
No, we're not giving away a car, but we will be giving away a free Incisor in Dawn of Fire.
To everyone who I assume provides the name.
That's right. So it'll
Similar
work
to the Schmoochel.
Exactly. It'll work very similar to the Epic Schmoochel contest. So that's very exciting. Now, we can't confirm just yet when the Incisor will be making its official debut in Dawn of Fire, but know that it is very soon after the contest concludes. So just stay tuned. We still have to do some testing, still have to do some final paleontological study to make sure that we've got all our ducks lined up in a row, all of our waddles lined up in a row. But
all our incisors ready.
Exactly.
Gotta check the incisors.
Very excited for this new monster to be making its debut in Dawn of Fire very shortly. So enter the contest, and we're excited and keen on seeing the creative work that you submit. So that's very cool.
Wait. So Matt, we had a great thing come out this week.
Yes, we
Epic Cybog.
did. Yes, we did. Cybop, please help me.
Cybog. So that was really exciting. So normally, this is where we would probably talk about that. But we're going to save that for later on.
Because we've got another special thing happening
Another
here on
special
episode 20 today.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll get to Epic Cybop in a second. But first, why don't we answer some questions that have been sent in from the community? And I am ready to answer them.
Bukala.
Bukaha. Remember
Bukaha.
the R-double-R? Yes, okay, go for it.
What do the bubbles mean in the Spring Composer teaser?
Well, I think that explaining everything in a teaser sort of takes the magic out of it. But I will mention that those bubbles originate in a very specific place in the monster world, and that may be a clue as to what their special significance might mean. But I'm not saying anything definitively. Bah!
Baha. Bonnet cakes. Where and how do rare clambles make their armor?
Rare clambles make their armor from reforging the cast-off plates that the common clamble usually uses. So a common clamble will, well, first of all, rare clambles are slightly different, of course, in their coloration. There's a little bit different color going on, but then they use their special color of plates to reforge them into armor. And those plates are naturally occurring. The clamble grows it. It's part of the clamble's anatomy. But when those plates are cast off, it, instead of just sort of tossing them or discarding them or donating them to some other use, they instead...
In the forges of Mount Bloom.
I can't believe this guy. There's so much going on, I can barely keep up. Okay, so that's how rare clambles get their armor. What's next, Michael?
Dudecraft 4.
Mm-hmm.
Do epic cybops like digging, or do they use their shovel for other things?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the epic cybop uses its shovel-like tail in order to stop itself when it is ziplining from one place to another. It's sort of the clank thing that it uses, sort of like a drag fin, if you will. It drags it along the ground, and then that slows it down.
Interesting.
That's my leading theory, based on what we understand about the ziplining tendencies of the epic cybop.
They'd be great then in like plowing fields, because you just put zip lines back and forth.
That's a good point. Perhaps they could be used for agriculture. Nah, they're the lords of laziness, the sovereigns of sloth, the masters of the immobility. Yeah.
The Explorer Monster asks, why is the living ocean living?
It's the living ocean because it is distinct from the ocean of the human world, which is, so far as we know, just salt water. The quality of the water...
I thought you were going to say it's dead, and I was like, no, there's things in it living.
Not dead. But the water itself of the monster world has a...
Lifelike properties?
Has special properties, has magical properties. So that is what qualifies it as the living ocean. It is not just... the regular water that you or I might be familiar with. It has a little bit more going on, a little bit more of a special sauce. It still looks like water, but it's living.
Interesting.
It's like the power of life itself.
The power of life.
Yes.
Rob_V. Can globes hear? If not, how do they stay in rhythm?
Oh. So we've previously mentioned that globes come from a completely soundless dimension, and that's why they don't have anything to contribute to the monster song in terms of sonic contributions. But, and you know, in studying the anatomy of a globe, it certainly doesn't look like there are any ears there. But I think in keeping with
Could it feel vibrations?
Well, that's just it. I think in keeping with their attunement to light, they're very perceptive when it comes to vibrations. Who knows, they might even be able to see vibrations.
Sound.
Right, so where hearing suffers, they might have augmented sight, and they might even be able to see things like X-rays or infrared or ultraviolet waves, things like that, and they might even be able to see sound waves as they travel through the air. So maybe that's how they keep in time with the music of the islands.
Question for you.
I'm listening.
Not necessarily related directly to monsters.
Okay.
But you have me thinking.
Okay.
Do you think it's true, like when you lose a sense, that your other senses get stronger? Or do you think that's a wise tale?
No, I think it's. Isn't there science that supports this? It's all about compensation, right? Like your body is a remarkable machine and can sort of augment its skills where it needs to. I think it's a thing. I'm pretty sure.
MSM Hex.
Yes.
What does Potbelly smell like?
Sort of like corn chips.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of the answer.
Yeah. Well,
I love me some corn chips.
Potbellies, right, sort of not unlike the epic Cybop, are themselves not necessarily the most active monsters. They've got a little bit of a punch, a little bit of a gut going on.
A little bit of a Potbelly.
That's right. Oh, very good. Unlike, of course, the rare Potbelly, which is obsessed with self-improvement and has the rippling six-pack.
Sweet abs.
Yes. So that's completely different. But Cybops generally have sort of a corn chippy smell.
Sounds like an epic gamer.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
What's next?
Potawatomi. MSM. Which ethereal would Matt go golfing with?
I've been waiting for this question because
Really?
I love my answer. And it's totally in line with our harmonic scales promotion this weekend. I would definitely go golfing with Rare Dragon.
Why?
Why? Because Rare Dragon is able to heat up its foot plates and achieve a little bit of lift. So instead of a golf cart, I could just go from hole to hole riding on the back of the Rare Dragon, which I think is a very stylish way to travel from hole to hole.
It's interesting. I wasn't really picking up what you're putting down when you first started that, but
I think it's a great idea.
I went places.
And exactly as
We
I
know-
would astride a Rare
I
Dragon.
know you're a big time golfer.
No, I'm not. I can barely hit that thing.
I know.
I'm swinging with the best of them, and I got nothing.
Clay Fighter Fan 2005. 2005, great year. Here's a question everyone is dying to know.
Okay.
On the tip of their tongue.
Yes.
What does Bellafish crystal inside of his tummy mean? What does it do, though?
Powers the exosuit.
It powers the
It
exosuit.
powers its mechanized exosuit. It's what is used to power the mind link between the Bellafish and its mechanical arms. So that's what it does. How? Magic. Crystals, right? Crystals. Magic.
Screaming cups. 749.
Okay. Ah! Screaming cups.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
How does one bake ice cream? Is there a cold setting?
So you have to remember that it's the monster world. There's a little bit of topsy-turviness happening. And so, whereas the traditional way, or maybe I should even say the human way of making ice cream, does not necessarily apply in this circumstance to the baking of ice cream in the monster world. Because I know that that's been a long-standing question of why is ice cream during the era of Dawn of Fire crafted?
Bakeable.
That's right. Why is it in
The baker.
the non-ice machine?
Yeah.
Right. But that's just the way it goes. Perhaps the consistency of this particular ice cream is separate. Because so far as I know, there are no cows in the monster world.
No.
So the consistency of the ice cream itself is not necessarily a dairy product. In fact, I can tell you definitively that it's not a dairy product. It's probably some sort of vegan alternative. The monsters are really into like plant-based stuff, right? It's part of their diet. It's part of the world that they live in, right? Sustainable living.
Sustainable living.
Uh-huh.
Cole the Bug.
Okay.
During the creation of the game, were the monsters designed first, or was the music designed first?
So having been involved in the very early days, and this was a very exciting time for me because I wasn't even yet an official monster handler at the time, but the composer of My Singing Monsters, Dave Kerr, invited me to listen to some work that he'd been doing on for a brand new idea for a game, and he'd written all the parts. The guy's, as we know, a great composer, has a lot of different ways of making like fantastical worlds come to life, and that's obviously true of My Singing Monsters as well. The music had been written first, and then after the fact, the monsters were designed to try and match those voices. Now, that was definitely how it was in the beginning. These days, they're sort of working in tandem one with another. There's a whole crop of monster concepts that we have in a big hidden library, in a secret library, the Vault here at Big Blue Bubble. And then there's obviously new music that's being composed all the time. So
Imagine if you were able to get your hands on that.
on the Vault. All those monster ideas and sounds. Very enticing.
Strimes!
Yes?
Tweets! 49!
You did it.
Do frogs like kisses?
Of course.
who don't like kisses.
Maws like kisses too, though.
Yes.
And but frogs being the amorous monsters that they are, definitely are into that.
Big shrub. How does eating shards work? Are they inherently healthy for growing monsters on Tribal Island, or does it compare to eating a cake or donut?
So the way Tribal Island works specifically in terms of what you're feeding your monsters, which of course can be either treats, coins, or shards, has less to do with a literal consumption of those goods and more like a stockpiling of goods. It can be understood that the success of the tribe and of the individual monsters that are fed up to their respective levels is based on sort of the prosperity of the tribe itself, how many resources that tribe can accumulate. So yes, you are in-game officially feeding your monster as a representative of the tribe, but it can be more seen as the idea of stockpiling resources, and this is a very prosperous, a very rich tribe, rich in resources.
The chat loves the Incisaur video.
Great.
And they specifically love it so much that they're asking at the end of the show, could we play it back again for a few more times so they can see it?
That's not a bad idea.
After, I believe we're still going to end with a composer song. So
That's
maybe
the plan, in keeping with our tradition of ending with a composer video, yes.
After the composer song, we'll let that thing run a few times.
That's not a bad idea.
So that you can have it a few more times.
That's not a bad idea.
So if you're looking for that, just stick around to the end there. I'm going to ask 2 more questions.
Okay.
And then we'll be going to our next special segment.
Oh, I'm very excited about this next segment. All right. What are they?
Logan Peters, 89. Are Wublins made up of mostly artificial parts that resemble natural parts, or are they made up of more natural materials?
I feel like this question sounds familiar. I'm not sure if we've answered it before.
But I wasn't here for 2 weeks.
I know, but I'll quickly re-answer it just for maybe someone missed that episode and didn't know the answer. The answer is neither.
Okay.
And both.
Neither and both.
Wublins.
Everything and nothing.
Is being animated by the spark of life. Part of the supernatural energies of electricity of the Wubox, helping to give them life, and of course the energy from monster eggs that have been zapped to it. They're a combination of living parts and mechanical parts, sort of a biomechanical being, if you will.
Cove the Baby Hornicle says, has Rare Rebro gotten a chance to visit Celestial Island yet? How does it feel about the Celestials? Remember,
of course, Rare Rebro was one of the monsters who was witnessing the descent of Starhenge through the monster world sky before it made landfall on the surface of the monster world itself, and then of course thus Celestial Island was formed. To my knowledge, Rare Rebro has not yet ventured back through a dimensional portal back to the world of the prime reality, the main dimension of the monster world. Because, of course, despite the fact that Rare Rebros, of course, can equally inhabit Air Island, so far as I know, they only craft their special telescopes once they are actually in the pocket dimension of Ethereal Island. So, those Rare Rebros that were witnessing through their telescopes the descent of Starhenge, I don't believe they've had a chance to visit Celestial Island. There haven't been any visitors to Celestial Island just yet. It is still comparatively brand new in the timeline of My Sing Monsters, even though in a couple of months' time we'll be coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Celestial Island.
Smoke.
Can you believe that?
And final question here, because I'm not going to count that other one. Quarry Zucker asking the important questions.
Yep.
How does the process of bigifying a monster work?
Oh. Because I know you love bigifying.
Love it.
Yes, and so does Eric. Everyone loves bigifying. Who doesn't love bigifying? And I know that I'm a bigifying convert as well. I know that there has been some rumors circulating that I'm not a fan. I am a fan. I like bigifying too. Bigification is inspired in part by a blessing sort of thing that the Colossals are able to bestow upon the denizens atop their heads. The singing monsters, of course. And it's sort of like a gift that the Colossals impart as sort of a magical gift for monsters to reach double their normal size. Now, the specific mechanics of how bigification works. Who knows, might be sort of comparable to the PIM particles of the MCU. I'm not sure. There's a lot of sort of kooky science happening there. Or is it more like magic? I have no idea. But we do know that it is a gift from the dormant colossals to the denizens of the monster world in thanks for bringing their various songs back to life and to be more like them, right? Because the colossals, in name and in spirit, are these massive entities, and so the monsters, in doubling their size, can sort of come a little closer.
Come a little bit close. I don't know what the song is. It was just in my head.
Well, what an exciting and lovable head that you have. But we're going to be getting into someone else's head in our brand new segment, and I am going to be transitioning into a more professional get-up.
And I'll be leaving now, but I will return.
You will return at some point. So, I'm going to be changing into my official Big Blue Bubble shirt, which you may recall was premiered during our Season of Love YouTube premiere video. How do I look?
You look great.
I look good? All right, be gone. So, we've got a brand new segment coming up because it's the 20th episode. We figured we'd try something and see how you reacted, but we've got a brand new segment that we're calling Meet the Monster Handlers, where we will be inviting one of the monster handlers who works on the game to come and shed some light on their creative process, some of the ways that they have helped sculpt the in-game experience, whether that be an artist, a programmer, a tester. There's all sorts of people that we're hoping to get through and to coerce into coming and sitting here in the hot seat on My Singing Monsters Live. But the very first is coming up in just a few seconds in this brand new segment, Meet the Monster Handlers Artist Editions. Eric, bring up the screen. Welcome to a brand new segment here on My Singing Monsters Live, where we'll be chatting with one of the creative people who work behind the scenes on My Singing Monsters in this brand new interview segment. This is Chris.
Hi.
One of the artist monster handlers here at Big Blue Bubble, and who has been involved with the My Singing Monsters project right from the very beginning. So we thought on this week when Epic Cybop came out, which has some very distinct and obvious references to some things, that we could hear a little bit about your experience creating that character and just sort of in general your ideas about monsters in the first place.
Yeah, I think Cybop, so it's Epic Cybop. Sometimes I get mixed up between the rares and the epics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Epic Cybop. Usually the first step when I'm making an epic is figuring out what the limitations are with like the pre-existing animation and the time constraints. So I think yeah, it was instantly inspired by, I think it's already out there, Trap Jaw from, from Masters of the Universe, He-Man, cartoon I watched when I was a kid in like 1984, 1985, and I think just with Cybop's pre-existing designs, like he had a propeller on his head and a hook for a tail, and wanted to swap those out. I got thinking of that weird little hoop that I remembered as a kid that Trapjaw had on his helmet, that I think in the toy commercial he like swings by on a string. Right,
and we've got and there was the zipline art that went out on social media as well. That's how we teased Epic Cybop, that the steel cable shot out and that and that the monster zipped by really quickly on it. So we wanted to allude to that as well after we discussed that was sort of your inspiration.
I loved seeing that people were like analyzing that teaser and like taking a still frame and he was all blurry. And one of the fans like was drawing him and trying to suss out what was happening there so you could see these long streaks and what they interpreted that to be. It was kind of neat.
Yeah, that was really cool. And of course, Masters of the Universe, just one of many sort of franchises, media that have inspired you. Are there any others that spring to mind?
Yeah, like I'm an oldie. I grew up I was born in the 70s, but in the 80s there was this heyday I always loved. Middle of the 80s, but kind of gross toys. Boglins was one. If you want to Google some of that, Boglins is one of my favorites, and Mad Balls. Those were big influences. Jim Henson's like Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. Kind of like toys geared for kids, but they were still a little creepy and gross. I always liked that.
Which I think is an energy that like My Singing Monsters really channels, right? It's like sometimes it's like so creepy it's cute, but so cute it's creepy. Sort of situation. There are a lot of like Wubblins I feel that sort of like really channel that like off-color, offbeat vibe, or like, you know, there's like limbs in the wrong places, or bizarre sort of things going
Usually
on.
in like our kind of art review meetings, if I get a good reaction of like, oh, like a little bit of like creeping someone out with a design, that personally feels a little good.
and I do know of one particular one. We'll have to keep this under wraps, but there is one particular epic monster coming up that
I don't know if
is.
I know which one.
Oh well, even better. But that one that's been designed should certainly draw some shock and awe.
I think I'm a little desensitized, so it's hard to tell what is going to creep people out with some of those
Mm-hmm.
designs. But
Yeah. But I guess in terms of some of your favorite monsters that you've either had a hand in designing, or maybe even like, you know, of the epics that have been released, is there a favorite of yours that really speaks to you?
I guess it's not an epic yet, but and I forget its name now. One of the ethereals,
Mm-hmm.
the falsetto voice.
Oh,
Screamu?
oh, the
Screamu is-
Wublin.
Oh, that's a Wublin.
It's a Wublin, yeah.
Yeah, Screamu. Loosely based on Looney Tunes had this character that was this like bashful buzzard character.
Mm-hmm.
He's got this kind of like gawky neck shape. It's kind of loosely based on that. And one of my favorite bands, Sigaros, their singer did a solo album, Jonesy,
Mm-hmm.
called Go. And the artwork to that, just kind of like this colorful splattered kind of effect, inspired him. So his kind of paint job is like that. And
Mm-hmm.
these colored ribbons that are on his kind of trees growing out of the back of his kind of shoulder blades.
Yeah, the sort of
Yeah.
branches that are emerging from
So
the
like
back.
visually, he was inspired by that, and the voice we went with that like awkward kind of falsetto, high pitched male
Mm-hmm.
kind of operatic singing. I liked that kind of like dynamic of that character, I guess. Epics wise, I'm trying to think. I guess it was a rare. I liked the rare version of Wisp. I like Wisp quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
She was loosely based on her ghostly voice and ghostly look. A musician I'm a fan of, Chelsea Wolfe, that has a lot of reverb on her voice
Mhm.
usually, and has this kind of haunting, beautiful, ghostly, angelic kind of sense. So yeah, Wisp was kind of based on that.
It's cool to know that like your inspirations are derived not only from like visual things, but also like various musicians that
Yeah.
you listen to, and that sort of like ties its way in. Because of
Yeah.
course, in the world of My Singing Monsters, it's not just about what they look like, but also the sounds
Yeah.
that they make. On that sort of nice encapsulating note, I think we'll wrap up the segment. Thank you very much, Chris,
Cool,
for
yeah.
stopping by
That's awesome.
the My Singing Monsters live booth. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Happy monstering.
Ah. All right. So we just need a couple seconds here in order to reset the My Singing Monsters live stage after that fun Meet the Monster Handlers segment. Hope you all enjoyed that. Hey, guys, did you know that do you remember that mirror that you could like, you know, see through to other mirror worlds through? Like that's still kicking back here. Did you know that? Like I thought that disappeared.
And I'm very, very glad that you took off your eye patch. It's a very good thing because I thought it looked a little funny. Yeah,
Hey,
You know,
wait a minute.
I was hoping it'd be a good.
What's going on here? Where am I?
Who's that?
Who,
What's going on?
who's that? Who's there? Wait a minute.
Oh no!
No, not this guy again.
Is
This
that
guy.
you? Human expert Matt?
Monster Angler Matt!
Oh, it's you again.
Oh no!
Goodness.
How did you get here?
I don't know. I was just looking into that mirror that had like, you know, the interesting interdimensional quality to it, and next thing you know, here I am just sort of stuck in this little mirror talking to you two. Wait a minute.
Oh,
I don't know if we've met before. Who are you?
I'm, you may have heard about me. I had an eye patch before. I'm pretty famous around here. But, my name is, Human Expert Mike. So I'm pretty popular around here.
Oh,
He's great. We love him.
Well, that's very strange. All of a sudden, your mouths became clearer for me to see.
The mirror, I think, cleared up.
Yeah, I think
Got
your
foggy.
mirror
Maybe
is
it
causing
was-
some
maybe
issues.
it was foggy before, but so sorry. You have your own show?
Our very own show. It's
That's
called My Living Humans Live.
Live!
Living
Live.
Humans.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind that you study here in your world.
Yes.
Well, sure.
living.
There's a very popular mobile game called My Living Humans based on
It's
your
so
reality.
good. It's so good.
It's
Well,
very cool.
That's very interesting. So what sort of things do you do on your program?
Well, you know, we talk about the new humans being added all
Sure.
the time.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We just added one this week. What was his name?
Eggplant Fendleton.
Oh yeah, great one. Great one.
Eggplant Fendleton.
Yeah, rare human. Rare human.
Man, this is a very bizarre dimension that I managed to.
Hey,
stumble
buddy,
into
I was
here.
in your dimension and it was no picnic. You should have seen it. Human expert Mike, it was really something.
Well, you told me it sounded cool. Kind of okay.
I mean, I only got a glimpse of one room, but
So what was I interrupting when I first sort of landed in your world? What segment are you planning on doing next?
well, we were talking about how human expert Mike stopped wearing his eye patch, which I mentioned on your show a little while ago. But I think we're just about to get into a segment that I like to call Stamped!
Stamped? Is that, if I recall correctly, that's your... That's your version of our trivia show where I get
Tom!
stumped.
Stumped!
But you're very excited about this whole
It's
sort
so
of
fun. It's so fun.
deal,
so
aren't
silly.
you? Well, okay.
Wait. And when do you get stumped? When do you get stumped?
When
What
do
cause-
I get stumped?
Yeah,
I
what
don't know,
cause-
about 60%,
What?
60+% of the time.
That's not what I meant. But what causes
what
you
did
to get
you
stumped? Like what is stumped the result of? When you answer a question?
When I answer a question incorrectly.
He gets questions wrong. Can you believe that?
No.
Okay, so, and that's different for you, right? When you get a question
Oh, he's
correct,
the best.
I
you
never.
get it
I only get
stamped.
stamped. I never get it
Never wrong.
Because it's like a stamp of approval. Is that what I led
Yeah,
you to
that's right.
understand?
And because he's the best.
I'm the best.
Okay.
He's
So-
the number one.
So, do you do your own giveaways in the show?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we have a giveaway at the end of the show coming up.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose I should mention for those of you who are tuned into My Sing Monsters Live before the feed was corrupted and we landed in this
Corrupted?
dimension.
This is great.
That we do
It's
have
improved.
that we do have a giveaway open in My Sing Monsters Live. So you need only hit !raffle and then you'll be entered. But what sort of things do you give away here on My Living Humans?
Well,
Live?
human expert Mike, would you like to tell them what the giveaway today is?
The giveaway today is a rare Gigi.
Rare Gigi.
Wow, if I recall correctly, that's a pretty valuable human.
Oh, it's very, very valuable. And again, this is in the game. This is in the game, My
Right,
Living
this is
Humans,
the
that we're
this
giving
is
away
the
a
game
rare
that,
Gigi.
that you play here
Yes.
in this mirror dimension. So we were gonna do stamped. Is
Yes.
That what's gonna
Let's do
happen?
Stamped!
I propose. I am a third party. And I will test both your wits.
Oh, you'll be the one asking the questions.
A
there,
battle.
expert Mike?
A battle of the brain.
Much like from your show, Monster Enterman.
Oh, okay, all right. I think I could get on board here. I mean, I'm hoping that my knowledge of humans will come in handy.
Oh no.
No.
You will be tested on monsters.
And I'll be tested on humans.
What? How is that fair?
Because
You're
you're
a monster handler.
you're
Shouldn't
not
you be
a
excited
human
about this?
expert.
Okay, fair enough.
It
You know
would be
what?
unfair.
I'll play ball on game. So where are these questions going to be coming from? You have these questions?
Yes. I'm a third party. I
He's
know all.
unbiased.
Okay, so let's get them rolling then.
Well, monster handler Matt.
Okay.
Or should I say human imposter Matt?
Wait a minute. Okay.
King Amber asks, how many orbs and limbs do a normal and rare ghast have in total? In total.
So you're wanting me to add limbs and orbs from both monsters together?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
One
there
answer.
are 5 orbs on a common ghast and 2 limbs. So then that's 7. And then on a rare ghast, there are 6 limbs and also 5 orbs for a total of 11. So adding 11 plus 7, I'm going to say 18 is the number that you're looking for.
Ooh, stamped.
Wow, I got
Wow,
a
really?
He got
stamp of approval.
stamped.
Is that nice?
1-0.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, so it's now it's human expert Matt that'll answer next.
Human
Okay.
Yeah.
expert.
I'll
Matt.
sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, that's me.
Which human island is known for its beach critters, palm tree obstacles, and torch decoration?
Well, Hawaii.
Sting!
Yeah, you got that one correct, huh?
Oh,
I always get them correct. You're new to the show.
wrong. You're never wrong. Never wrong.
I see.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm next.
Yes.
Yeah, if he has to be, I guess.
What is this?
That's how we prepare for questions. Don't judge our dimension.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you shouldn't judge a new place.
Logan
Right?
Peters. What facial detail do young thumpies lack, but adult thumpies have?
Oh, it's something on the face, a facial feature. You said, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's is it noses?
Steve!
What?
Yes! The winning continues.
How
Well,
exciting.
Don't forget it's me on that stamped graphic. Every
I
time you
know,
get it
but-
right, just
but
keep in
I
mind I
feel
would have got it
a
too.
special kinship with you, human expert Matt.
Well,
Yeah, we're two of a kind.
Are we ready? Ready?
All
I'm always
now
ready.
it does.
Shh.
Human expert
This notably delightful human is currently monitoring and participating in the chat of this week's episode of the human live stream, My Singing Monsters Live.
This week, eh?
This week. Very important.
And you said delightful?
Very.
Very delightful. It's gotta be Monster Island with Sydney.
Sting!
Matt. All right, I can agree with that assessment. That's
Can
nice of you. That's nice of you to say.
2-2.
Can you believe that they have a Sydney in their dimension instead of a Sidley?
What?
I know, it's crazy.
So that's right. You have Sidley here.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
Sidley.
Sidley's
In
in
this
the
particular-
back. Sidley's in the back.
Was Sidley running your camera or your chat?
She
in-
does
in your
both.
version of
That's
She's
none of your
amazing.
business.
She's amazing.
Okay. All right. So I'm next, right?
Uh,
All right. I've got to prep myself here.
Snow Sugar Plixie. How many quad element monsters have 2 common elements?
Huh? I don't know if I understand the question.
Fine.
Say it again. Can I hear it again, please?
Okay. How many quad element monsters
Yes.
have 2 common elements?
Did you follow along that time?
No.
Ooh.
Common elements.
Fine.
If that's understood to mean elements that appear often, I'm not entirely sure. I'll say 3.
It does.
That's not
Did
correct.
you get it
That's
right?
not what- that's
I
not
find
Wilson, we
unsettling
get
the
to-
way your whole
we
your
get
whole
to-
mouth moves when you're expressing
Wait,
disapproval.
We get to wait. You ready? Try this.
Stop!
I don't know.
Oh, you ready?
Oh, wait! I almost forgot. We should all. Anyone who's watching My St. Monsters Live should say hi to Sydney in the chat. I forgot to say that earlier.
Hi,
when we were talking about
Sydney.
Sydney. Hi, Sydney.
So you're saying hi to Sydney.
Yeah.
I'm saying hi to Sidley.
So you can. So
I
you
would
know
wave.
Sydney.
I would wave, but my arm's very comfortable.
Interesting. All right. Give me.
Which?
Whose question is it?
which-
next?
It's my question.
It's obviously human.
Wait,
expert
is that
Matt.
stumped? Does he get stumped? Does he lose a point? He didn't know.
Yeah, I got stumped. But it's your program, so there should be some
Which-
graphic
which-
coming up.
I never get it
Which-
wrong. We don't have a graphic for that.
Shh.
Oh, so wait a minute. So you never get a question wrong, so you
No.
never have
We're-
an incorrect
Yeah.
graphic?
Why would there ever be one? He never
Yeah.
gets it wrong.
I never get it wrong.
Which popular young human game is named after waterfowl?
Fellows.
Would you like to read that question again there, human expert?
Which popular young human game is named after waterfowl? I get things wrong sometimes, but but I'm not the human expert.
Now, just to clarify,
Matt.
it's young humans, not a young game, right?
Young humans, yes, young humans.
Okay, let's think. Waterfowl. Where's some waterfowl? There's swans. There's. If you run around the pool, that's kind of a waterfowl. How about duck goose? Stamped!
Good job, as always.
I noticed a distinct lack of support from Monster Handler
I'm
Matt.
very excited
You're-
for you,
you're-
human expert Matt.
You look, and I can see your face in the mirror. I just looked at you.
Oh,
Probably.
sorry. I guess I should put on my game face here.
Ah!
How's that? Is that better?
Excellent.
Okay, so how many more questions are there? I feel I'm not faring that well.
There's only one question left,
For each of us?
as well as a final question you will both answer.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Okay. Okay.
This is very unsettling.
Which of the Celestials on Celestial Island
Okay.
is the tallest?
The tallest. I think,
Never get this.
if I remember
He won't get it.
correctly,
He doesn't know.
it's Furnos.
Stamped! Oh,
How did you know that?
3.
Well, because I've done a height comparison and an analysis.
Did you make them all
Oh.
stand next to each other?
Yes, I did.
I got a good
It's quite the lineup.
I got a good
It
question.
was
I got a
quite
good
the
question.
lineup.
I'm
True.
particularly amazed you got Furnos to take part of that. He's a punk.
Oh,
First one, punk.
so Furnos is a punk in your world too.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
An interdimensional joke.
What? This is your question, Monster Ham.
What? This is my question. What does that mean?
This is your. Yeah, I'm asking you a question.
Was that a question? Yes, you are. Stamped!
No. What nickname was given when Monster Handler Matt's toy trucks were being demolished in a sandbox?
I know this one. Would you like to know the answer?
Yes.
Matt, do you want to know the answer?
Yeah,
Do you
I
remember-
would.
do
Why
you
are you
remember this
dredging
one?
up this traumatic childhood memory?
Oh, don't be upset, little trucky cry.
Man,
Right in the bio.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Well, now you're probably thinking,
Stamped.
4-3. It's
Stamped
over.
Indeed.
It's not.
What?
This final question will go to the player who answers the quickest.
Quickest. I'm not the fastest. I'm
It's
just.
a-
I
it's a
know
speed
everything.
round?
Speed round.
Okay. Bring it on. I'm ready. I'm ready for you there, human expert Matt.
Many humans grow this coat of fur on their lower face, but some humans have trouble developing it. What is it?
Well, I think that it's a beard.
No.
I got it? Yes!
It's not fair. I think the sound got to the mirror before it got to me. There's some weird sound delays.
Oh, I guess that must be a product of the interdimensional nature of
Oh,
this
yeah.
podcast.
Definitely.
I have bad news, human expert Matt.
What?
The rules in our world say, in the event of a tie, a visitor must be declared the winner. Which means that Monster Handler Matt wins again.
No, wait a minute. I don't live here. I'm a visitor too.
No, we must obey the rules.
This is great. What an exciting time.
Wow. Thanks for stopping in and playing with us.
Monster Handler Matt. Before you go,
Yes?
Oh,
We-
is he leaving? He
we-
didn't look like he had any intention of leaving.
we
Yeah, I
like
hope I'm not stuck here forever, am I?
we like to do a little thing here called what is it called there? Monster Human Expert Matt.
Let me tell you in a jingle. Human act. If it stinks, then it'll make the sound of a fart. Meow.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me so weird?
I'm
What's your name?
confused by what's going on.
The
We
sound,
have-
the sound of a fart. Meow.
We have some wonderful art.
Why are you looking at me like that? What does
Oh,
the fart sound like in your dimension?
So you have art that you're going to be looking at next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is it okay if I watch it with you?
Yes,
And
but just so
maybe
you
even-
know,
maybe even weigh in?
yeah, we like to look at human art and then we criticize it. We judge it harshly.
Fair enough. Are we ready to do so?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Oh, okay, if you absolutely insist.
I do.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, this one is very good.
I'm enjoying this a lot. Monster Handler Matt, you seem qualified to weigh in on what's going on here.
I love the dipster artwork that's being depicted here. It's very well done. I noticed that you use the same background that we do.
Well, we find that your show is a very good source of human art, so sometimes we might borrow a piece or two.
Maybe we steal a little bit.
But I think this one's excellent, I have to say.
All right, well, glad.
Oh, another
I
show!
love this one.
What? How convenient that on an episode of our show that's featuring someone from another show, here we have a different show called The Wublin Show. Show!
What a show.
That's very interesting.
Very
Can't tell
excellent
exactly
style
what's
there.
going on there, so I'm giving a noogie. Oh, look at this.
Ooh.
What?
Dipango.
The human Danka Dipango. Beautiful here.
Very-
Just simply
I
beautiful.
really like the use of blues.
Oh, he's so good.
Here comes the next piece.
Ugh!
Oh,
What is this?
That's the interesting take. I'm not sure why it's.
So I
So
noticed that the background has
swirly.
changed here to a collection of various monsters.
Well, this one we didn't take from your show.
But
This is original.
This is the one of the most celebrated artworks in the entire human world.
Celebrate it by throwing it in the trash.
Yeah, but you
Trash.
think it's just so?
No, it's worse than
It's
so.
one
I
so.
guess
It's
everyone-
so dash
I guess
nothing.
everyone's entitled to their opinion, I
Oh,
suppose.
stinks. Meow.
Stank. Oh.
Woo! Now this is a nice piece of art. I like this one a lot. Is this is another monster, right, Monster Handler Matt?
Yes, it is. This is the Wink, a young Wink, in fact. Flugel Gamer has done a great job of depicting this monster, or maybe perhaps they're on the plant lands of the continent.
Some very nice depth of field going on there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's a fuzzy background.
Oh, human
Ooh.
hazelnut volcano. Oh, beautiful.
Another beautiful monster here. Is that a dragon?
It is a dragon, and it seems particularly timely given our harmonic scales promotion that's running this weekend.
Yeah.
I,
That's
I
right.
simply
That's
love
the
it.
common dragon.
I simply love
Very
it.
nice. Oh, wow. That's it's certainly paint.
It
I believe
looks.
paint is the medium. Yes, this is Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, perhaps the most famous painting in the world. It's housed at the Louvre in
Leonardo
Paris,
da
France.
Vinci is a common human. It's nothing.
I like to see a little Mona Lisa of this painting.
Oh, I noticed that
Stinks. Meow.
human expert Matt is a fan of puns.
Oh
That's unusual.
Did I make a pun?
Let's take a look at the next one here.
Oh.
no. Oh, again, very nice. I like the atmosphere going on here. I like the helmet going on there to protect from space.
That is very nice.
Oh,
Another very
What?
famous
What is
painting.
that giant fork?
What is that for the pig salad?
Oh, this is American Gothic by Grant Wood, a celebrated piece, a look at the pastoral life of Americans at the turn of the century.
I know that we're not on the screen, but I'm looking at this painting the
you know
way
what I
that
think?
woman is looking at that man.
You know what I think?
Not approvingly?
Not approvingly. Stinks. Meow.
Meow.
Oh, so that's your sound when it's no good, huh?
Well, that's the sound of a fart.
Ooh.
Oh, I like this a
Then
lot.
we sent in this picture of a stew orb. It looks like it's seen something particularly enticing.
What do you think?
What was it seeing, Monster Handler Matt?
Well, I don't know. It could be seeing its.
Take a guess.
Well, I don't know. Do you have the answer?
Well, I
I
don't.
think
I can
maybe
take
you
a
might be looking
guess.
at its friend Parsona on Air Island. Who knows?
Oh, that's a good guess. I was gonna say corn chips.
Well, oh, I see. Well, that's a good guess too.
Woo!
Human midnight.
That's a very nice Cybop.
Epic.
Notably,
That's
not
right.
not making use of its ability to zipline. It's actually in flight. Here.
That's right.
Very interesting.
Great.
Very cool.
Rare occasion for the normally idle epic Cybop.
Ooh, very interesting medium going on here.
Yeah.
Where does this come from?
I think this may have been made in the game Minecraft.
Of course,
Oh,
Minecraft.
of course, of course.
Yes.
Are you pretending to know what that is?
No.
You know what it is.
Oh, I know it. Humans love it. If humans love it, I know it.
Fair enough.
He knows all.
Oh, several epics here. Look at that.
Wow.
This is very nice. A whole trio, and look at the letters even spelled out like they are on social.
That's very well done, Tessa.
Very cool.
So, is this the normal amount of pieces that you usually look at?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much the amount that we look at, but we love it so much, and we're grateful even to your fans who submit art to your show so that we can also take a quick peek at it. It's also nice that they actually put, a lot of effort and quality into it, unlike Van Gogh.
Well, there you go again.
Yeah, Van Gogh.
I see you now.
Well,
Well, this has been a particularly unusual experience for me, but you know what?
hey, you're telling us, buddy.
You just came in here.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
do you know how
you
often I
an
look in
expert,
that
could you-
mirror
could
at
you
my
Let me
reflection?
finish for a second. I was about to say
Okay,
something.
no, stamped.
Something profound.
What?
Listen. I think it's always an enriching experience when you're able to travel somewhere else and learn a little bit about the culture or the customs of a different group. I think it enriches you. It makes you a better person, no matter what species you belong to. And you know what? As strange as this may sound, I've actually really enjoyed my time hanging out with you.
I
human
enjoy
experts.
you.
I'm tearing up a little bit. But wait a minute. As weird as it sounds, why wouldn't you have enjoyed your time here with us? We've been having a great time.
Well, I mean, you're
I
sort of
enjoyed
an
your
odd-
show.
You're sort of an odd pair.
Well, we maybe tease you because we really like you.
Yeah,
Is that true?
That's
you
just
an
how-
expert, Matt?
that's just how we treat each other around here. We just like to goof around.
Oh, sort of having fun, teasing,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
What's teasing?
Well, when you're poking fun at someone, but it's not in a malicious way. It's just a little way of having some fun.
Oh, poking. Okay. Well,
Okay, so you understand poking.
oh yeah. I've been poking Monster Handler Michael under the table with my other arm this whole time just to bug him. Yeah,
Well-
I've been trying to tickle him a little.
I'm glad that you two have as much fun here in this mirror
Low
world
five!
as oh, there you go. Oh, well, we heard it at least, so we know it must be true.
It's under the desk.
I'm glad that you two are as close friends in this world as Michael and Eric are back in the human world. But, we're wrapping up to the end of episode 20 here, and we've got a few more pieces of business that we
That's
wanna-
right, we have a
that
giveaway!
we wanna take care of. So you're doing a giveaway.
We have to give away the rare Gigi!
Oh, okay, so have you got your draw ready to go?
We do.
What?
We do.
Are
we
you
do, we do.
kidding? Do we have it ready?
Are you ready? The winner
I'm ready when
of
you
the
are.
rare Gigi is Mammoth 8177.
Congratulations!
So,
Monster Handler Mike, would you like to do your giveaway on our show?
well, absolutely I would.
It seems like people are watching you through us because we have the whole overlay there. The mirrors really blended these together, so you might as well do it here.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to be announcing the winner of the giveaway in
What, you don't want to give your
in
prize
My
away? You want to
Monsters
keep it for
Live.
yourself?
No, of course.
What kind of
not.
host are you, Monster
So-
Handler Man?
As we draw our winner for the raffle in My Singing Monsters Live, I will be unveiling what the prize is today. The prize is an epic Cybot.
Ooh.
So a brand new monster to add to your collection, and you'll get to choose which island you'd like to put it on, be it air, water, or earth island. So I'm just looking down here at my devices, and I think I have... the winner has been drawn. I am pleased to announce that Snowstorm 10X is the winner of today's giveaway prize. Yay!
Hooray!
So congratulations. Make sure to whisper at us in the
Make sure to
Twitch
whisper.
chat. Do you use Twitch as well for your streaming?
Oh, no.
Not really.
You've got a different program here in the
Yeah.
mirror world. Is that
Yeah.
Oh,
correct?
yeah.
Okay, well, fair enough. Well, we hope that you've enjoyed this unusual but ultimately rewarding episode of My Singing Monsters Live / My Living Humans Live.
Yeah! Jump on some other time.
Broadcasting from the mirror world.
You should come back sometime. This was a
Well,
lot of
I'd
fun.
love to. I do like hanging with you fellas. It's always a good
Maybe.
time.
Maybe Monster Handler Sidley will be here next time, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe next time you could knock before you enter, though.
Well,
We're kind of in the middle of a show.
yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I did the same to you. It's fine.
So we usually do a sign off at the end of our episodes, which is happy monstering. But what do you like to do here on My Living Humans Live?
Well,
We usually mix it up.
Yeah.
It's not a really defined thing.
So
Oh, that was the outro. You ruined it. That's what we say at the end of every episode.
that's specific.
Yeah.
You say
Okay.
that
We're
every
gonna do it one more time.
Well, can you humor me this time and just say maybe I don't know happy humaning?
sure.
Okay. We'll give that a try.
Let's hear it.
Happy
Thanks for being so cooperative there, human experts. Thank you all for joining us. As promised, we're going to end this episode with a composer video that we've selected from the many submissions that we got several weeks ago.
I like Composer.
You do too.
Send
so
more.
you have
Send
that.
more in. I like seeing them on your stream. We want more.
Well, that's great. Well,
I demand it.
you'll be happy to know that there'll be a new composer video sent in from the community that's highlighted on each episode of My Singing Monsters Live. Now, I
Yes!
mentioned earlier in the program that there'd be one more clue about Incisaur specifically, which of course we'll be sure to queue up that video at the end. But first things first, I want to make sure we show this little composer composition. This is a short version of Cloud Island submitted by user Mawsome.
Let's take a look.
That's awesome.
All
Drop the
let's-
graphic.
Let's take a look.